Hey everyone, it's Stephanie. Today we are going to do the iodine clock reaction experiment. So let's let's just jump into it. Okay, so I went ahead and pre-prepped a little bit of this because according to the video, it needed to be strained through a coffee filter. So I wanted to get it as close as possible. So I started some of the pre-work to it. So in solution A, I have crushed up 4 of my 500 milligrams of vitamin C and put that in some distilled water. And then I filtered it through a coffee filter to get out some of the particulate. And then I started my solution B, which was the cornstarch. And then I microwaved it and strained it, but it's still, as you can see, a little murky. So we're just gonna go with it. But it's got, like I said, my hydrogen peroxide in there and my cornstarch as well. Scoot a little more into the screen. So at this point, I'm gonna add my iodine solution to cup A. And so what should be happening here is once the iodine goes into the vitamin C, it's going to turn into iodide, which is negative I ions, which should make it go colorless if I've done this right. All right. Oh, so far so good. As you see, right when it went in, it completely went colorless. Oh, great. All right, so I'm going to fill this the rest of the way up with our water. Give it another little stir to make sure everything is good and mixed. Okay, so basically for this experiment, it is equal parts solution A and solution B, and then hopefully our reaction will occur. It's going to be a little messy. Back a little. And honestly, it does not matter what solution you pour in first. Ooh, a little messy. Okay, so let's talk about what's happening here. So in solution A, we have our vitamin C and our negative I ions. In solution B, we have our hydrogen peroxide and our starch. So two reactions occur when you mix solutions A and B, and they are competing reactions. The hydrogen peroxide wants to iodize the colorless um, negative I to the colorized I2, and the other reaction occurring in tandem, the vitamin C, also known as ascorbic acid, it's going to want to reduce the I2 back to the negative I ions. With the excess hydrogen peroxide, it's going to consume the vitamin C, so the I2 should build up, and it's going to complex with I negative, which will complex with the starch. So the triiodide with the starch is going to give you hopefully a blue reaction. So we'll see if this happens. I'm not sure of the time frame. Stir it a little bit, make sure it's all mixed. So we'll wait just a minute or so and see if this decides to turn. Yeah. Um, like I said, there should be enough of the hydrogen peroxide in excess. I added 150 mLs of the hydrogen peroxide to the distilled water, and I added pretty much 2,000 milligrams of vitamin C for the iodine solution as well. I was very interested in this to work um, because of the virus and whatnot that's going around. It was a little difficult to find the vitamin C and the iodine. And actually, my husband, the sweet man that he is, he found some decolorized iodine, which did not work. I'll just, it did not work. I tried it, to see, but uh, there was no reaction. And I mean, I'm not really getting a reaction with this either. So I'm not sure exactly what could be happening. Or how long some of these reactions are going to take. So let's just recap, make sure I haven't forgotten anything. Okay, in my group A solution, cup A, I have my vitamin C in with distilled water. I filtered it. I added my iodine, which is 10%, so I did a little less than a tablespoon, which should have given me around the same concentration. Topped it off to 500 ml. Solution B, I've got the cornstarch, heated it, filtered it, added my 150 ml of peroxide solution, and it is the 3%. I added those equal amounts together. I'm not exactly sure why I'm not getting a reaction, other than the fact that, maybe the vitamin C is winning out. So let me get a towel. Hang on 2 seconds. So while we're waiting on this, I'm going to set this right over here. We'll see how it goes. A little messy. I'm going to take my cup here. Got a little extra one. And try this again, maybe adding a little bit more solution B. So we'll give that a minute. Definitely should be having a reaction. Not entirely positive why we're not getting one. unless maybe more of the iodine solution. I mean, not entirely sure. So here's the one with equal amounts. We have gotten no change on it. I put a little bit more of B into this one to see if possibly this would work. Giving it, more of the hydrogen peroxide solution, a little less of the other. I mean, it's less iodine in there. Okay, well, not exactly sure why this didn't work. Used all the right ingredients and measurements, but yeah. So what is supposed to happen is the triiodide and the starch is going to give you a blue tint. It almost looks like Coca-Cola, like this, and it turns the water dark. It turns the water dark blue, and it's kind of a instantaneous reaction. So yeah, that's a little disappointing, but yeah, that's the experiment. So, uh, you know, maybe I'll try this a few more times with maybe my kids or something and see if I can't figure out how to get it to work right, because I know my 3-year-old would love this. Um, Thanks for watching, everybody.